Welcome back to another video, guys. We are back here in Miami. I'm home for a few weeks, so that allows me to go to Miami a few more times. I am working on going to Fort Lauderdale, but it is a little harder to go there because there's not as many spots to see the ships from, and the beach is closed. There are a few spots, but I'm gonna wait until the port has a lot of ships in to go see them because I don't really think it's worth it to go see one or two. So that's the plan for right now, but we are here back in Miami. It was actually kind of cool to see the Explorer of the Seas arriving. The Oasis of the Seas was here earlier in the day, just to resupply, and then she went back out to sea, and then Explorer arrived. This is about noon, 1 o'clock time frame. So the Carnival Conquest was back, the Carnival Pride was back, and then we had two very special guests in the Port of Miami today. The Norwegian Epic was back, and for the first time ever, the Norwegian Gem. I have never seen the Norwegian Gem before. She's always out of New York, and she does come to Florida, but she only does stops in Port Canaveral occasionally. But since Norwegian sent the breakaway class ships up there, Norwegian Gem has not been to Canaveral in quite a while. I think she was there recently one time, but she doesn't go there as often as she did. So here she is, the beautiful Norwegian Gem. She is docked in front of Norwegian Cruise Line's brand new Terminal B. Construction is continuing with it, I believe, from the last time I've seen, but most of the superstructure work is done. A lot of the work that needs to be done now is interior, so hopefully they can get a lot of that done and be ready for when the ships are up and operational again. And you can see, obviously, Terminal A was empty as Explorer of the Seas was arriving. So Norwegian Epic and Gem were both in Miami to just resupply and get some supplies for the crew members still on board. After this, the Norwegian Gem went up to Jacksonville. She just arrived yesterday. She was sailing off the coast for a few days, and then she finally went in. So Norwegian has most of their ships up there. The Norwegian Sky, Sun, Pearl, and now the Gem are all up there. So that'd be pretty cool to go up to Jacksonville to see all those ships, but it's kind of far for me, so I don't think that'll happen. But look at how busy the port was. It was an awesome day in the Port of Miami. Norwegian Gem, Norwegian Epic, Explorer of the Seas, Carnival Pride, Carnival Conquest. Who else was there? MSC Divina and the Celebrity Infinity. And I apologize, the MSC Divina was not in this video. It's in the next video. And like I said before, I do all this. I don't write any of the information down that I talk about. Kind of just do it off the top of my head. I probably should do it to make it a little more professional, but I'm kind of just doing it like this. I'm not really sure, so I apologize if it seems very informal or non-formal, however you would say that. But we take another drive down the causeway and then go back and then come back. So we drive down a few times to see the ships all lined up in the port. We got a good view. We were at that traffic light again, so we got a good look at the Explorer of the Seas arriving in front of the Norwegian Epic. So on closure updates, the cruise lines are shut down until June now, and what they're doing, they're going to be shut down for a while, so don't think June is when they're going to start sailing again. What they're doing is they're putting it out every 30 days, and as it gets closer to that 30 days, they're just going to push it out again. So cruises probably won't be going on until maybe even next year, to be honest with you guys. The situation does not look very good. It keeps getting worse every day. I've seen some articles that say some of the European countries won't even open up until 2021. So I would, even if you are booking your cruises, it's not a big deal because you will get that flexibility with the cruise lines. But I wouldn't expect to start sailing again until the end of the year, maybe even next year. And if they do start sailing, I don't think they're going to have as many people on board the ship, so maybe half capacity or whatever, and they might charge a little more or charge a little less, probably less to get people on board. But cruising is going to be very different once all of this is over. And right now we can't really see it, but this is going to be a very similar situation, I think, to what happened after 9/11. Now, not saying this is an exact situation as 9/11, but I think the consequences of it will be similar, as in a lot of things will be different once this is all over. So I think we're going to see a lot of new things once the cruise industry gets back up and running that we weren't used to or hadn't seen before. So I think we should be prepared for that. And maybe if the cruise lines do sail at half capacity, it could be like that for a few months. And unless we get a cure or a vaccine that works, then they can start cruising. We'll feel a little more comfortable. It'll be like if you had the flu on the ship, but you don't have to worry because when you get home, you'll be all right. You got the flu shots and stuff like that. So I think cruising is going to be very different after this. It's kind of sad, but it's also kind of interesting to see what happens, because we are living through this right now. This is something that we're going through right now, and it is hard because we don't know what's going to happen next. But you know, there's always that light at the end of the tunnel. So hopefully cruising will get back on its feet. I can't wait to go myself. I know once the shutdown is over, I'm booking a cruise immediately. So with all that being said, I'm going to let you enjoy the last few minutes of this video, and I'll see you out on, I guess, the next video. It's going to be another Miami video, so stay on the lookout for that. I'll see you guys later. I don't write this stuff down, so I keep saying stuff over and over again, so I apologize, but I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you next time.